Hey y'all, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Tonight I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading on our Sagittarius moon tonight. This is about, of course, expansion, but it's also going to be about releasing and letting go. So I guess the idea is tonight the positive manifestations, about what you want to accomplish, what you want to see happen here in your divine counterpart relationship, but also letting go of the old baggage. So instead of focusing on, well, this happened and this happened and this happened, it's now tonight a time and for the next few days to focus on why you are here. What is your mission? What if this happens? What do you want to see happen? And if you're in separation, manifesting the idea of what is it going to look like when we meet again, right? So I had a few downloads tonight basically about sometimes twin flames will hang on to the idea of the 3D relationship because I think sometimes there is a fear that the twin doesn't love us anymore, right? And so we try to hang on to this idea in our mind, this illusion in our mind of, the anger and the things that happen because that seems like that's all there is, right? And also because of the fear of letting go of the idea of 3D relationship, just letting it go. Okay, so it is what it is, right? And understanding that, face this idea, which, like I said, divine counterparts, you can't create or destroy the connection. It is there. It is what it is, right? But what if you thought about the fact that, maybe they don't love me anymore. Maybe they don't. So what's the loss? What are you fearing loss, right? If they weren't your twin, would you be doing this, right? So are they there? Are they with you presently? Are they enriching your day? Are they helping you build something? Are they there every day loving you in the 3D? And if the answer to those things are no, well, then what is it that you're losing? The fear, facing the fear that what if they don't love me anymore? Well, what is it that you're losing when you face that fear? Because what you're actually doing is letting go of that hook into the idea that your ego created about 3D romance, 3D relationship. So I think today and over the next few days, it's going to be really important to face the hard truths about your divine counterpart and face some truths about the difference between a spiritual connection and a 3D relationship, right? And to face the fear, well, what will I lose if I don't continue on this hamster wheel of 3Dness? Absolutely nothing sometimes, because it's not happening in the present. So just think about that for the next few days and see what you're purging out and what comes to mind. We'll get started. Let's see what's going on. Universe. Collective universe. Single. Some of you may be in separation. Available status. Today, present, now, in the moment. So again, like I was saying, you feel distant from your twin. This came out in the reverse. You feel distant from your twin. You feel unplugged. You feel the energy being pulled back. Some of you out there. And so today you need to look at it and say, what is it today that I need to be focused on? Do I need to be focused on this longing and this sadness and this external Expression? No. I need to be focused internally today, being present in my own world in this moment. And what is it I'm supposed to be focusing on and doing and learning and purging moving forward? So sometimes the twin flame journey can also be like an addiction, right? It can feel like an addiction. I think we get addicted to runner chaser. We get addicted to that rush that you feel when you are feeling their energy and things like that. And when you start to feel the energy being pulled away, you want to scramble to get that high again, right? And that's where the obsession comes in. So when that starts happening again, it's an internal issue. What am I lacking? What am I afraid to face? What are these feelings that I'm having? Why am I looking for them and they're not there? Why am I continuing to look for them instead of trusting in divine timing? It's because I want validation. I want them to validate that they love me. I want them to validate that they're thinking about me. I want them to validate the relationship, the connection. And you're not going to get it. Now, you may get the validation from the universe, yes, but you're not always going to get that immediate validation from your twin, because that's kind of not the purpose of it. So when you're not in the present, in your own world, in the present, past is an illusion, future is an illusion, then you're robbing yourself, okay, of your focus and what you need to be doing in this moment. You're working on yourself and you're vibrating high and you're, going through your purges and you're breaking through your templating and all of those things. That's when, the energy from the twin comes in. But if you're chasing it, it's going to get further and further and further away because you need to be chasing your own self. So let's get some cards on it and see what is our twin doing? What are we doing? Let's just kind of see what we got here. Okay, yeah, having a hard time getting things to come together. Okay. Lots of energy bumping around between the two of you right now. Maybe some energetic conversations, with them. Maybe some transference of emotion. You're feeling, what they're going through. There's a lot of that happening right now. I think a lot of the conversation in the mind is about moving away from negative things and moving toward more positive things. The lack and the why, that's the negative. But deciding to leave that in the past, right? Leave that negative stuff in the past and think about being in the present, but thinking about the more positive aspects of the relationship, the more positive ideas about what needs to be healed, sending that unconditional love. For example, the idea that, you want your twin to be happy no matter what the circumstances, right? Because you want what's for their highest good, because that's what is for your highest good, right? Even if that means that you're not in relationship with them. You want them to be happy. So the focus should be on not the lack and the separation between the two of you. The focus should be on the other. In a way that is about, I hope they're happy. I hope they're healing. I hope that if they are happy with or who they're with or in the situation that they're in, that they will heal, that they will find peace, that so on and so forth, right? Because that's how you're kind of healing yourself. So a focus now on today. A focus now on leaving the baggage in the past and looking toward the future, being present in the now, but looking for the transformation of the connection by exhibiting unconditional love. I'm not talking about doormat love. I'm talking about, you know what, I hope they find peace. I hope they're happy. Because if they're happy and they're vibing high and they're busting through all of that toxicity, guess what? That means they get on path. They get on mission, right? So let's see what else we got here for the Twin Flame Collective. Yeah, the Empress is kind of, you know, it looks as though it's exhibiting as the Queen of Wands. So this could actually be the karmic, sorry. So it looks like to me that, you know, there's issues here with defensiveness and anger and immature behavior currently. And that could be happening between the two of you. But it's about not putting things in perspective. Center of the reed has been contented and single in the present. Again, like I was saying, don't let your thoughts wander to the past. The past is done. It's over. There is transparency coming from the divine counterpart, though. I will tell you that. You may experience some contact. You may experience some sort of truth-telling, truth coming out. And I think in a way, this will bring a lot of closure. This reveal may bring a lot of closure to the situation. Now, I'm not saying, you know, that, oh, they're coming to tell you they love you and they want to marry you and let's run off together. No. This may be something as simple as, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry I did that. Or, you know what? I wasn't honest with you about something. Or, I shouldn't have treated you that way. I didn't love myself very much at the time. Or I'm battling with XYZ. There's going to be a lot of juggling with those kind of themes moving forward, I think. Juggling with trying to get up over the lack. Juggling with ideas. What to keep, what not to keep. What brings me peace, what doesn't. What am I eliminating and closing down in my life that I need to move forward? A lot of spiritual activity is going to be happening probably over the next few days, few weeks, on probably into maybe even August. You know, you're looking at a lot of juggling of ideas and juggling with the 3D and the 5D, juggling with the things that you have to let go about yourself, healing, dealing with trauma. A lot of spiritual activity, a lot of downloads may be coming for the twins over the next month and a half. So let's see how your twin's feeling about you right now. Let's see what this Hermit card is, though, before we do that. So we're kind of like down in the trenches right now, dealing with a lot of emotional activity. Yeah, victory over something, learning to let things go, learning to close down cycles. I need to go in the direction that is most beneficial to me. If things aren't benefiting me anymore, it's time for me to let them go. It's time to let it go. Kind of like, for example, the closet, okay? Every time you go to this closet and you open up this damn closet, some bullshit falls out, okay? And it's the same crap every time. Let's say it's an old purse in there or something, you know, that falls out. You got to mess with it, and it distracts you, and it irritates you, and it lowers your vibe for a minute. And then you're thinking, why can't I organize properly? Why is everything such a mess? And then you go into a whole spin out over this fucking purse in the closet, right? When actually what should be done is, you know what? Every time I open up this closet, this daggum purse falls out. You know what? I really don't even need this purse. Why am I hanging on to it? Do I really need it? Is it bringing me peace? Or is it irritating me every single time I open up this closet door? And so at that point, you've got to make the choice. Look, I got to leave this purse behind. You know, it's time to take it to Goodwill or do whatever, put it on Facebook Swap or whatever, chunk it in the damn trash. You know, it's time for us to start doing things like that. So we're going to be in the trenches, purging and getting rid of things that don't serve us, that don't bring us peace. And the idea of holding on to the twin and the 3D is not bringing us peace. It's causing more suffering. It's causing more sorrow. It's causing more feelings of lack. It's lowering our vibe. It's making us feel bad about ourselves, you know, wherever you go when you get in this mode, right? But it's time to let all that shit go. I mean, the point is, you know, this connection is a divine connection. Okay, this is from the stars, okay? Okay, so the point of the matter is, does my twin love me? Well, of course they do, because they're part of you. They're always going to love you. Are you in a romantic relationship right now? Maybe not. But that doesn't mean the love is gone. So, and you don't need the idea that they love you to validate you. You don't. And it's just like any other person out there. You don't need the man at the gas station to validate that he loves you for you to move on with your day after you get gas. You know, it's kind of the same concept. Path, get on mission, do your work. That's what the focus needs to be on. There's going to be a lot of emphasis on that, and it's going to be very successful. Starting to walk away from things that no longer serve us. So, jobs, people, purses in the closet, ways of doing things, ways of thinking. The weight that we put on ourselves in these kind of connections about perfection, about seeking validation from the other person continuously. So that's some of the stuff that we're going to be walking away from, it looks like. Going into a more innocent and nurturing time. Walking away from the heavy burdens, walking away from the constructs that aren't there, that are false, and going into nurture of the connection, happy, unconditional love toward the other party. Looks like that's kind of where we're headed here. So let's kind of see how they feel about you. Show me how this. Happiness, sun, holding on. Tower moments happening between the two of you. Could very well be. A lack of forward movement, but offers. Justice, karma, completion is what's going to be happening. Karma, completion. Let's see what this tower is about in this Ace of Wands in the reverse. Show me the tower. Okay, so this could be about, you know, I'm not getting any attention. Not getting any 3D attention from my twin, so fuck this, you know. I think that's kind of where a lot of people are going to be going. But remember, it's not about the other person. Yeah, lack of offers, lack of attention, lack of forward movement, lack of communication. Yeah, lack of forward movement. The feelings of rejection, harsh conversations, criticism of self, loss, feelings of loss. Feelings of loss are the ego dying. The feelings of loss are these false narratives that we've put in our head, we've allowed our ego to construct for us, as if we're constantly running for a prize that we're never going to get. So when you're focusing on the external, you're never going to get to that finish line. You're never going to get to that prize, because the prize isn't out there, it's in here. And so the loss that you're feeling is the breaking down of illusions that surround these kind of connections, when they're not meeting reality that we've created. So there's going to be a lot of that going on, but I want to see a lot of karma completion. There also may be a lot of new beginnings for some twins. Let me see this seven of cups. Yeah, there we go. This is about illusions and choices. Carrying the burdens of illusions and choices that our ego creates. You've got the Lovers here. The twins. Making choices and busting through illusions. Show me the Lovers. Karmics. The release of karmics happening. Avoidance. There's going to be a lot of intervention with the forward movement of things too. I think that's what this coin's supposed to be saying. A lot of intervention, divine intervention in things. It looks like a lot of false romances are going to be shutting down. A lot of feelings and truth are going to be coming out again. So let's see. That really wasn't about how they were feeling about you, so let's try that again. How does the masculine feel about the feminine? How does the masculine feel about the feminine? Okay, communication. Unblock me, please. I need to reveal some truths. The masculine needs to reveal truths and purge. Show me the moon. Yeah, downloads, enlightenment. The number 3 may be very important to some people out there, or it may come to be important. Self-sabotage, sabotaging my own plans. I'm sabotaging. I've been sabotaging this the whole time. The download is I've been sabotaging this the whole time. I want to communicate this with you. Please let me in. Let me in. Okay? Let's see what the feminine wants to, how the feminine feels about the masculine. How is the feminine feeling about the, well, here we go again. Okay. Forward movement. Where's this going? Where's this going? I see a lot of emphasis on the feminine and those feminines who are actually female. And it could be the male, the feminine males as well. Divine feminine male or female. Putting a lot of emphasis on physical attractiveness. Oh, I've got to look good. I've got to look good because I'm validated by my outward appearance. I've got to look good because my twin's not going to love me if I'm not the most beautiful. If I'm not more beautiful than the karmic. Well, I mean, you could be, marching, 15 or 20 karmics that are, drop dead gorgeous. It's not going to matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So a lot of emphasis on the physical. There may be a heightened attractiveness towards the masculine too. I mean, they may be looking real good, Let's see, how does the feminine feel about the masculine? Manipulation. Manipulating relationships, manipulating karmics. So remember a little bit earlier here when I said that there may be an emphasis and you might find a lot of karmics being purged out of the picture. That there may be a lot of karmic relationships between your counterpart and their karmic being dissolved. Being able to see through the manipulation and learn the lesson. It seems like to me this is going to be kind of an accelerated type of thing. How does the feminine feel about the masculine? Not lack of commitment. Desiring union. No forward movement. Karmics, karmics, karmics. A lot of downloads, a lot of telepathic communication may be happening between the masculine and the feminine. Letting go of feelings of betrayal, overcoming that. Going toward a new truth, right? Going toward a new truth. Getting truth. Getting truth in communication. Yeah, wish fulfillment. So getting truth in communication, letting go of manipulative ideas about the karmic being a third party. And here's the Emperor finding the courage to take another opportunity toward the twin with communication. Give me another chance, please. Want to move forward toward this Two of Cups idea. Make this solid. Bring this back into balance. Ten of Coins. Building on something. So the emperors, you emperors out there may be feeling the urge to come toward the feminine with truths, purging, communication, reveal of feelings, forward movement, the idea that, hey, you know what? Are we going to do this thing or not? The idea that you want the 3D relationship. But there's a lot of ideas running around about third-party relationships with divine counterparts who aren't in relationship currently. That's not a thing, okay? You don't have dibs on another person and their life and what they do with their life if you're not in a relationship, you know, with them. You can't anticipate that the masculine or the feminine, if you're not currently in union or you're not in 3D relationship, won't have other partners. And that's not cheating. That's not a 3D relationship. That's not a third party situation, okay? That just means a karmic's in the mix. There will be karmics here. There will always be karmics. So the idea is the ego attaching to the situation and demanding this fidelity in the physical, demanding this fidelity in this 3D construct. Well, I'm your divine counterpart. You need to be faithful to me. Well, you guys can't even have a conversation. Okay, so that's an idea that we need to start chucking out, okay? So just to clarify that, I don't know, that's just kind of something that needed to come out, I guess. But there's going to be a movement toward truth and revealing and purging and telling of feelings and truths coming out. So that seems to be the kind of the theme of that situation. But I do want to ask, what is the masculine lack the courage to tell the feminine? What is the masculine lack to tell the courage? So this is about getting back down to the ground and getting things in check. Picture is wish fulfillment, but that's coming. Wanting to move forward with you, making a decision to lay down burdens, to get rid of things and take the redirect from the universe. Conflict in asking and desiring and being given another chance. Holding on to the happiness, holding on to the idea that there's going to be communication about the relationship. Letting go of illusions. Victory. So they're lacking the courage to tell you that they want to move forward with you. They've made poor choices. They've lived in illusions in their mind. They're desperately hoping for another chance. And they've been holding on to the hope that they will be given another chance. But they don't have the courage to tell you that. Let's see what the feminine wants to, lacks the courage to say the masculine. Commitment. I desire commitment from you. I desire commitment from you, and I want you to put down your player ways. Not interested in anything that doesn't have to do with intimate connection. Running, running, running. Walking away. Walking away from deception and illusions. Walking away from issues that the masculine has to control through conversation or withholding of conversation. What is the feminine? Oh, wanting justice, wanting things to be back into balance. But for some of you out there, I think that you know, and I'm going to say it, you're not going to like it, but for some of you out there, I think you want to see your twin fall on their ass because that vindicates you. Haha, that's what they get for doing me like that. That's what you need to let go of. That's what needs to be let go of. So, that's what I have for you guys tonight. Celebration incoming with new beginnings and moving away from bad things, having the courage for a reconciliation, moving toward bad, away from bad toward good. Celebration and new beginnings with the Lovers on the brain. So if you think your counterpart's not thinking about you, think again because they are. So I'll see you guys and happy full moon, new moon, blood moon, super moon, strawberry moon in Sagittarius. I'll see you guys later.